Hello friends, my name is Habib. Today we're going to learn Scratch. So first, open up your browser, search for scratch.mit.edu. Once you've done that, you should be met with this screen and all these different types of projects. Now in Scratch, go to Create. And then you should see this. This is Scratch tutorial. I just have no voice. Anyways. Close. And now you will see the editor. This is the display. I'm just going to call it the screen display. This is where your actual game is, while this is the code editor where this is the code editor where you manage all of the code. And lastly, this is the sprite editor. And lastly, this is the sprite editor. I think. This is the sprite manager where you manage all of your sprites. So where you manage all of your sprites. And this is the code editor, but there's also a costume editor. This costume editor allows you to define different, let's say, different frames for your sprite. Now, in Scratch, a sprite is basically like an object. Like in the sprite, you can do things like edit the sprite. You can make the sprites do stuff, and you can do different types of things with sprites. Sprites are basically like objects in Scratch, and the costume editor allows you to define, costumes for your sprites. And then there's also the sound editor, which allows you to make sounds. But we're not going to talk about the sound editor right now. Yeah, it's muted, unmute. A bit loud. Scrap. For now, I'm going to use the default Scratch cat. So now, in the code editor, we have motions, looks, sound, event, control, sensing, operators, variables, and my blocks. So, go to events. This contains a bunch of events. Events allow you to do things. When flag clicked, control, forever. When flag clicked means that when this is clicked, forever, move 1 step. Now you see it's moving. What this does is that when the flag is clicked, it's going to move 1 step. Forever move 1 steps. Now, our cat thing can move a step, but it's not really interesting enough. But you can also chain multiple blocks together. Like, I can add multiple move 1 steps block. I can right click on the block and click duplicate. See, I can chain all the blocks together, and now you see that our cat is moving really fast. But this is just unnecessary. See, we could just change the amount of steps it moves. Much more efficient. And there's also the turn block. By now, you already guessed that the move block makes it, move. -1 to make it move left. Now, this turn block, it makes it to, turn. And the turning also affects the movement of the cat. So I can turn it and move it 20. Now, you see that the Scratch cat is spinning around and around and around. And we can also turn it in the opposite direction using this block. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Could also chain the blocks together. I don't understand what's happening. Now, there is also the go-to block. And for the go-to block, you can set an X and Y position. The X and Y position, this go-to block, it makes the object to go to whatever X and Y position is set here. I'm going to write 500, 300. Oh no, I forgot. Now I'm going to place it here so that it will run at the beginning of the game. So now, notice I place it behind this forever block. This go-to block is going to run only at the beginning of the game. Move 20 steps. We can also set the X and Y position of the sprite manually here too. Now where did that pesky scratch cat go? Oh no, it's forward. Reset. Big scratch cat. Aha, it was there this whole time. Small scratch cat. $400. So forever. So anyways, there's also go to random position, which makes it to go to a random position each time. So let me do this. X0, Y0. So now if I drag the scratch cat here and then click on the flag, it is going to immediately go to the center because of this go-to block. Now we've learned now there's also a change X, a change Y. The change X one is like the move block. Let me set the direction to 90 so it's facing right. Now the change X block is like the move block. It makes it to move. While the change Y block is like the move block, except it makes it to move up. Up or down depending on whether the value is positive or negative. Also they set X and set Y, which sets the X and Y position. And other blocks. But now I'm going to talk about the costume editor. The costume editor allows you to define actual sprite for your game. So for the costume editor, I'm going to click on the square and then make a square shape. Make sure that your costume is always centered. Now on your costume, when you click on this, I'm going to see this blue sink here. Now make sure that your costume is always on the center. Make sure that your costume is always on the center. You know that your costume on the center is like this is the center. So anyways, I'm going to give my character square eyes. I could copy and paste the square eyes. Now we have a cute character. I can select all of the character and group them. So that's what group does. I did do it. What group does is that basically merges all of it together. Make sure that your sprite is centered again. So now we want it so that when it's We want the player to be able to move left, right, up and down. So drag this if then. What this does is that if then key, so that right arrow pressed, it's going to change X by the X position by 2. See now when you press the right arrow key, it moves the square. What this does is that if the right arrow key is pressed, then it's going to change X position by 2. Now we can duplicate it. It changes to left arrow and -2. Cool. And now we can duplicate all of it. And then changes to up arrow and down arrow. And then changes to change Y. Oh no. That's not what I wanted. Change Y by like 5. And then change Y by -5 this time. And let me change this to -5. Now you see that we've created a basic game. Let me full screen it. Anyways, that is the end of today's video. Hope you enjoyed this. Subscribe to my channel, ObaCode. Bye.